Yeah.
Everybody on Periscope, YouTube, Facebook. I am JoJo Keys, founder of Indie Music Plus, as usual, and I am getting all my channels up as you should. If you want to join us on Facebook, that's cool. If you want to join us on Periscope, that's cool. What's up, Jerry on Periscope, and everybody on Facebook. We're also on YouTube tonight, so
Jerry's here?
Gary is here. We got a lot of people popping in on Periscope. Lig on the track. David Werba is in Facebook. Go figure. That's weird, but he's here also. So, Rob, whenever you're ready, I guess, let's go ahead and get started.
Welcome to Indie Music Live. This is episode 50 with featured artist Merlot Embargo. Also music from Rick Mercer and Jeff Baker. We're triple streaming to Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook Live, so please share this out. And now, welcome your hosts, Mr. David Werba and JoJo Keys.
I am very happy tonight. My name is JoJo Keys, sitting here with David Werba. It always looks like I'm not really that happy because I got my devices, my phone and my tablet down here, and I'm watching Periscope, I'm watching Facebook, I'm watching my computer screen, I'm doing all kinds of weird stuff here. So I'm always looking down, but I'm always really looking at you and watching your comments. So what's up, Real Izzo on Periscope? Dave here in the green room. How are you, man?
Yeah, keep your head up, Joe, man. You know, be proud of what we have created. Yes.
What I need is something like just to,
Here we go.
about my stuff.
Hey, quick word, man. I had actually met Gail Gilliland in person. She has
saw that.
Yeah, she has like 17 L's in her last name. But what a treat for her to meet me in person. It was probably one of the best nights of her life. But yeah, we had a good time at dinner and just talked about life and disappearing to Alaska.
Yeah, was it their anniversary?
No, I think they came in for the holidays and then they actually had a high school reunion, like 10-year reunion or something. But yeah, it was nice to catch up with her.
Very cool. So yeah, Gail's a friend of ours. She's been around since the Blab days. What's up, Beezy, Mr. Guest Critic, and Mr. Fletch Towel just walked into the Facebook room. Got a bunch of people on Periscope as well. Everybody, please share this out. We got an amazing featured artists as a duo, a married couple from Los Angeles called Merlot Embargo. And we're going to get to them in just a few minutes. But first, we're going to listen to a song that came through the website as a submission. Let's listen to Mr. Jeff Baker with his song, I Am.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You've been pulling up a part of me that I've been hiding like a bad disease. When you bitch about what's wrong with me on a rush hour train, there's a pride that's undercover. You want me to hide, but I'm not like all the others, asleep down by your side. The one you reach for, your moment of need. The imperfection of what perfect should be. The extra blanket in your passenger seat. Your new aesthetic, I won't apologize what I am. You've been bringing up a side of me that I would never want my mom to see. We're constantly comparing me to a ghost of your past, and you can hide beneath your cover, scared from what's outside. There's no night in shining armor, just me on Friday night. The one you reach for, your moment of need. The imperfection of what perfect should be. just what I am.
All right, welcome back. It's Indie Music Live. Did I forget to mention that we are on episode 50?
Oh, you did, Joe.
That's crazy. I mean, 50 episodes, dude.
50 frickin' episodes, man.
And this is 45. That, you know, as we said before, I did a couple before you came around, and then you kind of came along, and it kind of just gelled together. So
Yeah, I pretty much just took over.
yeah, pretty much. That's all right. We've been doing the last 10 episodes or so with Enlightened Audio Visual, which is awesome, and hopefully we're going to be doing about 100 more. So these guys are great to work with. So just want to give them a plug real quick. If anybody needs some live streaming production to Facebook, Periscope, and YouTube all at the same time, like we're doing tonight, get in touch with them. So Dave, what'd you think of Mr. Baker?
I really like the song. Like I was telling you in the green room, I don't have much of a critique on this one. I really liked his voice. It kind of had almost like a metrosexual type of tone, I guess, if that makes sense. You know, if I found out later, it's like, oh, that was actually a female singer, I wouldn't be floored. But so it reminded me of Daniel Bedingfield. You remember him? If You're Not the One.
No.
Yeah, it's about 12, 13 years old. Listeners in the chat, I would look them up. It kind of has that similar tone and similar vibe. Really, I really enjoyed this song, man. It was well mixed. Really like his voice, like the tone in his voice. I think he's going places, man. How about you?
Well, the production is really good. I think he's doing it himself too, because if you look at his stuff, it says there's a lot of pictures of just him playing. So the production is good. I think it was a little over mastered or over mixed or something somehow.
You think so?
It sounded very tinny to me in a lot of areas, but I mean, it was good. It wasn't bad. It was just almost like there's a little too much something going on there. I don't know.
No, but I mean, I'm looking at Fletch's comment, smooth, poppy, but unique. I mean, I think that says it right there. And that's how I would describe Daniel Bedingfield is just, it's real smooth. It's pleasing. It sounds nice. It's almost like a soothing voice. Yeah, there's some pop in there, but I enjoyed it, man. I really like the song. So
well, I'm glad, because I do all the music just so you like it.
I'm glad for you, Joe. I'm proud to be here sitting with you, man.
So Real Izzo on Periscope, he's agreeing with us. He said it sounded like a female, and he was kind of on it, and said I am on point, which of course I am. I mean, I run the show here. I'm always right. Welcome some other people in Facebook. We got Allison. She already called us a couple old farts. We got Helen, the Queen of the Lab. Peter Johnstone, a couple cool people. Carlos in the house.
Helen, yeah. The rumpa, it's like just a standard rumpa maniac in the chat right there.
I think if Blab comes back around, she will be the mayor of Blab.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I think Cliff is going to fight her hard for that, but that's all right.
We're gonna have to have elections. All right, so let's move on. We have a really cool group tonight. These guys put a submission on the website, and it just grabbed me so hard that I was like, wow, these guys deserve to be featured. So I immediately got in touch with Jeff, and we're sitting here with Merlot Embargo. They're actually from LA, but they are sitting in their car in Portland. Have been very with us. I'm not sure what they're doing in Portland, but I'm assuming are you gigging, or are you just up there for fun?
Yeah, we're actually driving through, shooting some video for some upcoming music videos.
Okay, cool.
We started in Seattle. We're driving down the coast.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yes. So, guys, welcome to the show, and girls, guy and girl. You're married, correct?
Yeah, we are.
Very cool. So, tell us a little bit about what you're doing. I saw you guys are in a car wreck, and that's kind of what has inspired your creative flow lately. But why don't you just give us a little rundown, a little spiel of who you are, what you're doing, and go ahead and introduce the song that we're going to be listening to when you get done telling us all that, and we'll roll into it.
Sure.
So, yeah, we are self-produced, and I wrote all of the songs on the album. Don't Look Back. And it Don't Look Back kind of was a sort of theme throughout the entire thing, inspired by the car crash that kind of kicked us in the butt to get this going. So we've been wanting to do it for a while, but we started actually writing and producing about 2.5 years ago. So it took us that long to get the album out there. But we did it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Very cool. So it's we're gonna talk about this in a little bit because Dave, I like to kind of do the intro and get to know you guys, and then Dave, we listen to your song like I told you, and then Dave will come in and give you the real spiel.
Oh yeah.
But so you what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so Jeff, you do all the engineering and stuff.
Yeah, so we have like a little home studio, and this was all, I've been building up my engineering chops. I've been a musician for many years, but in the last 5 or 10 years, kind of been building up my engineering chops as well. So yeah, we did this all on our own, and our little base in LA. So
Very
Most of
cool.
the musicians are friends of ours, so
yeah, most of the musicians that play on, they're all our buds that we gig with, and so.
Awesome. Well, you stuck out to us, so that's why you're here. So why don't you tell us, explain the song we're going to be listening to, How to Survive an Apocalypse.
So this was actually the first song of all the songs on the album. This one was the first that was finished and the first that was written. I was really heavily into The Walking Dead at the time. And
I was going to guess that.
don't tell me what happened on Sunday. I haven't seen that episode yet. But I've always been fascinated with the apocalypse and with the end times, and just what I would do in case of a huge natural or otherwise disaster. And I wanted to write a song about it because I had never heard a song about it, and I actually looked up on the government website what to do in case of a big disaster. So actually some of the things on the song are what our government would like us to remember to do in case of a natural disaster. So it's informative.
Huh.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's like a public service announcement. Cool. So let's go ahead. We're going to come back talk to you in just 2 minutes. We're going to go ahead and listen to your song, How to Survive an Apocalypse, and hopefully learn something.
All right.
Store up your treasures, enough for months to come. Take along a pack of dried goods. Make sure your walking feet are tied on tight and don't look like a victim. Practice shooting straight, don't forget to lock the gate, and don't look back or slow down. Don't make friends out of the strangers if they're stranger than you, and don't look back or slow down. Have a lot of hiding places, surround yourself with space, and don't forget to hone up on harpooning. Come up with a mantra that will get you through the night. You won't survive if you're not sleeping. Practice shooting straight, and don't forget to lock the gate, and don't look back or slow down. Don't make friends out of the strangers if they're stranger than you, and don't look back or slow down. Get to know the silence, 'cause she's all you'll ever need, and don't scream during any of your nightmares. You'll think about the friends you lost and all the hearts it might have cost if time had not decided to run out so.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was Merlot Embargo on the Indie Music Live. This is episode 50. So first things, I just want to tell you guys, like I said before, you guys, I think it just made a submission to the website, which is just people just come by the website and drop a song in there, and eventually I come through and listen to it. We also, just while I'm talking about it real quick, we also have paid submissions. Go to musicplus.com and click on the little promote your music thing on the side, and we can get you started with that. So anyway, the thing that made me notice your song right away was that beat, the intro beat, the boom. It was like, I was like, well, this is gonna be cool. And then all of a sudden this country feel came in. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta keep listening to this. And then it just sort of melded into, what it is, the rock alternative country thing that you guys are talking about. And another thing that I really, really liked is Scarlett, your voice. Are you trained?
Well,
you have a lot of control.
All of my life, and I did have a teacher when I was very young, and then high school choir. I had a director that was really attentive one-on-one. So nothing actually, I guess, professional, but I've had a lot of really incredible teachers along the way.
Cool. Yeah, well, you're a natural and you have a lot of control. So that's my 2 cents. Gonna let Dave take over, and he's really gonna ruin your day. So I'll do this in a little bit. Thanks a lot for coming.
Yeah, Joe, can I talk here, man? Gee, God, you're dominating today.
You have a reputation.
All right. So I just got a DM from Sam Gonzo. He actually said that Jeff was a body double in a Rick Springfield video. Is that yep, that's true?
I must have been like another life double too, because I don't remember that.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to be sure. Yeah, so we talked in the green room beforehand. The way you describe your own genre is actually kind of like an indie Americana type of sound, like maybe little rock in there. Yeah, there's a touch of a country vibe, maybe a southern vibe in there. But I love this song. Like I love your sound, and I really don't have much negative here. Like I the only thing that I would even mention in that realm would be I want to hear the vocals even a little more.
That's what I always tell him.
Yeah, the lead guitarist always tells the engineer, more guitar. The bassist tells the engineer, more bass. The drums say more drums. Of course, everyone. It's just natural. It's not even like an ego issue. It's like that's just a natural thing that musicians say. It's like, hey, crank it up just a touch. But it's a really good mix, and it's like you're doing it all yourself. You're doing the production, the engineer. So kudos to you, Jeff. I mean, it's a great job. Vocals. I've said this before in past episodes about different artists, and in terms of the future of your sound and your band, Scarlett, your voice will never be a problem. Like it will never hold you back. I mean, it's clear as day. Like it's such just a cool diction, a cool sound, a cool tone. Really enjoy it. I want to listen to it again. I told you guys I listened to it like 5 times.
Do it up. Oh no, sorry.
It's kind of fun too. Like I think Scarlett has the ability to sound like a lot of people, but as we're kind of like doing our own project and our own music, really like what kind of falling into like what she wants to sound like as herself,
I have a lot of
yeah. So like I've said, I think I was saying this about Izzy, and I said a similar comment to her was like the only thing that would potentially hold you back is the way that you produce your music or the style of your music. Like if you kind of choose a genre that's a little more obscure than most and just kind of stay there, you have to be conscious of like, what's the upside? Like how far can you go in a certain genre? Right. So to me, I listen to this music, I listen to this song. It's like, man, it comes down to like production and marketing, really. Like I had this really strange kind of tangent as a reference here. And I was thinking about like a house painter, just a local house painter. Right. And if he's awesome at his job, everyone loves him. It's like, man, you do a great job. What's the only thing that would hold him back from making a ton of money? It's marketing. Like that's it. Yeah. It's if everyone loves your voice, what's going to hold you back in your career? You just gotta get it out there. You need people to listen to it. You need some form of distribution, which you can do yourself in today's age. So yeah, those are my comments, man. Great job. I mean, any thoughts back at me on that?
No, I agree. I mean, I think like you were saying, we got a good thing going, but we're we're still trying to figure out marketing and the
social media and all other.
So,
I mean, we've gone through so many different avenues in terms of getting ourselves out there and distribution, and it's an interesting. It's our first album, so we're learning as we go, but we've been learning a lot, so we're excited.
Okay, so let's just do this in real time. I like what's a perfect scenario for you? Like, are you interested in touring for the next 10 years and just making like a modest living, and you'd be happy with that, or are you going big time? Like, what do you want to do with this?
Well, I think at the core, what we love is writing and producing music. So whatever that is, if we can do that, that'll keep us happy. But if we can do that when we're touring, that's great.
We enjoy touring. We enjoy performing and touring, but not half as much as we enjoy creating the music. So if there was, I think because there's so many social media platforms where you can get your music out to a wider audience than you might in a local bar, as much as that would be fun and we'd be completely down to do it, bringing a crowd or draw as wide as you can get on the internets, so we're really focusing on our online presence right now and reaching out to an online community.
Well, good. That's a smart move, Joe. I'm done, bro. What else you got, man?
Yeah, so if you guys need some help, feel free to reach out and just start talking to us, and we'll be happy to give you some tips or help you out. I mean, the featured artist always gets tons of promotion on our website. We only feature one artist per week that gets like the full blown thing. You're going to be in 3 different platforms for videos. You're gonna be on Facebook, you'll be on YouTube, you'll be on Periscope, and then we promote those. I'll write up a little feature for you on the site that's going to be on the website as long as it's alive. We promote that even pretty hard for 3 to 6 months afterwards. So you already got a good start, at least with our network. So,
we appreciate you guys having us on. It was fun.
It's all about building a community among our peers too, and
Yeah. So I wanted to ask, Real Izzo has been asking this question on Periscope, and I want to get it in for him. How long have you guys been performing? About 3 years? Is that what you said? Or
well, we've been performing in various capacities for maybe 10 years. I don't know. But as Merlot Embargo, just a couple of years. Yeah,
the 2.5, 3 years. Yeah.
Cool. So before we let you guys go, why don't you give your shout outs, your whatever you want to say, and tell us tell everybody where we can find you online, or where the best places to get in touch with you are.
Sure, you can pretty much find us wherever you hear music. Just type in Merlot Embargo in Google, and we'll come up on Spotify or iTunes or CD Baby or Bandcamp or wherever you like to listen. So
our website is merlotembargo.com, and you can also find us on Facebook and Instagram under Merlot Embargo, as well as Twitter. So that'll keep you the most up to date with what we're doing. We put out a lot of videos, covers, anything, just to keep doing music and providing that for everybody. So
awesome.
Very cool. Well, thank you very much for being patient, hanging out in your car with us. And featured artists always have to be here a little while, even for just a short interview. But we appreciate your time, and we hope to stay in touch. And you guys have a great night.
Thank you.
You too. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, pleasure. All right, so let's go ahead and move on. We're going to finish up this episode 50 with let's see. Oh, this is a upcoming featured artist. Actually, this guy has some cool music, man. This is a guitar player. His name is Rick Mercer, and this is his song. I just love saying it. Louisiana Cajun Girls Rock.
It's Friday night again, working day ends, heading on down Louisiana town, Les Paul in hand, rocking God's land.
man.
What's up?
Are you paying attention to me?
Are you going right
back,
to?
right?
No, we had a little technical issue with a guest, but yeah, no, Fletch was some Fletch and Stones. That's what I was just talking to you about in the green room. Like the first 30 seconds of the song, all I was thinking about was the Rolling Stones. I mean, that was just like a real old school type of vibe that they kind of set up, for the vocals to come in. So I'm like, man, I am ready for those vocals. Like, bring them in. Let's hear it. And the vocals were nice. I think this is overall really good production, good mixing, good sound. The voice is cool. He's got a good vibe. This was a tough one for me, Joe. It was tough because it's hard. I'm in this like difficult position because when you set the stage with a sound that really sounds like another band, it's like they got this, slow Southern blues rock type of, lead in to the vocals. 40 years later, after the Stones have just dominated that sound, today, what I was wanting to hear was just vocals that just like floored me, in terms of like looking at the upside and the future of this band, because it's a sound that's you hear in a lot of other bands. It's like a nice, clean, really solid sound. But yeah, I don't know. It pains me to say I kind of wanted to hear just a little more powerful vocals here. But at the same time, they're not, in no way they're bad. It's like he's got his voice. I can see them just touring for 10 years and having a great run. But I'm just being honest. I was like looking just to be, I wanted to be blown away by some vocals in this sound. What do you think, man?
Yeah, no, I heard the same thing. I just want to welcome Yo Pickles to the Periscope, pop star here in her own right. Yeah, I agree. I really like the thing that made me want to pick it for the show is just the guitars, the production and stuff, man. It really,
well, there's no doubt. I mean, that this song deserves to be in our main show. I mean, that this was exactly. Like, the quality was awesome. I mean, it's
and he's been doing it for a while. He's a little bit older, I think, and he's been around for a while. So there's some experience in there. You can tell that he's been writing for a long time, been playing for a long time. And I really would say, you're mentioning his voice and stuff, I would really say that he's more of a guitarist anyway. So
yeah.
So cool. So episode 50. Just about over. I want to thank Merlot Embargo for coming by and hanging out with us in Portland. They're still hanging out in the green room. I think they're driving or something, but and Yo Pickles came in Periscope, and all of a sudden there's like 1,000 people in here, so that's pretty great.
Yo Pickles.
Thank you, Yo Pickles. I appreciate it. I'm JoJo Keys here with David Werber. What would you like to say, man, before we head out tonight?
I just wanted to say something else about this last song. Is the reference that I forgot about was like, you look at like a Jimmy Buffett, right? And a guy like that, how long is his career? His career is like 40, 50 years, and he made millions and millions of dollars. And you look at his voice, it's like, can anyone say his voice was just incredible or just like overpowered the audience, or people are like, wow, what a voice? No, not at all. He just he created a scene and a vibe around his music. So I can see these guys doing that type of thing. Like I was saying, they can tour for 10 years and make a very good living. But with that type of sound, which is like a Rolling Stones type of sound that's been heard, many times before, that's just what I was looking for. So I don't want them to, consider this like a negative critique. I just wanted to restate that.
Well, you'll be able to talk to him in a couple of weeks because we're going to have him on the show. How's that?
Good. Yeah, we'll get right to it. Face to
Just a little
face.
preview of it. So I hope everybody had a good time tonight, a great time, wonderful time. I know I did. I look forward to this every week. If you're around, if you're a musician and you're around on Thursday nights, we have our musicians roundtable where we stream to YouTube and our Facebook page. And if you're a special guest, you can come into the green room with us, hang out with us. We review music. We talk about important issues revolving and pertaining to indie musicians and what we're going through, trying to make our way in this crazy, wonderful, weird, wild, and wet world of social media. I just felt like saying wet.
That's a
Anyway,
moist
thank you.
world.
What's that, Dave? I missed it.
It's a moist world out there. You got to be prepared for it.
Oh, you had to, didn't you?
I had to.
Anyway, everybody that's hanging out with us, thank you so much for hanging out with us on Periscope, YouTube, and Facebook Live. We're just rocking it. You can feel free to share this out. Everybody that's still watching the replay, thanks for hanging out this long. And we'll catch you next week for episode 51. Enlightened Audio Visual, thanks again for helping us out. Robert Hicks, Samuel Gonzo, Merlot Embargo. I'm JoJo Keys here with David Werba. And I'll see you later.
Pickles.